morning and welcome back to Tight Lining, Maryland. I am out fishing a small stream today in search of large wild brown trout. I have fished here quite a few times before, a couple of which I've put on film. Got my biggest fish out of this creek, and I have seen multiple 20-inch fish in it. So today I'm going to be chasing them with streamers, and don't get me wrong, I will still throw some nymphs because streamers aren't the end-all be-all for big fish, but it does give you a slight edge to some degree, I think. And with all of that being said, I'm just excited to have the whole day to fish. I mean, what a week. My patience was being tested, my will was being kind of put to the limits, and in the back of my mind I was like, you haven't fished in weeks, you're gonna get an opportunity to go out and clear your head, so just put your head down, grind through it, and get by. I don't know if any of you have ever had weeks like that, where all you have to look forward to is the fishing ahead. Don't get me wrong, got a lot of other great things in my life and a lot to be happy about, but it was just a tough week, and I'm excited to be on a stream. So let's get after it. Let's see if we can't get some decent brown trout on film for you, and I'm excited to see how it goes. Thank you for tuning back in.
So here's what we're using today. We've got our small stream and even big stream rod with our 10-foot Syndicate 3-weight. It's got a Lamson Liquid 4.5 on it, and it is Syndicate's P2 pipeline series. What we've got on is a mono rig, and today I've got on 8-pound fluoro test. That's what I kind of like to use. Probably 8 or 10 is good for streamer fishing, I would say. And I've got on a pretty substantial amount from my it's about 10 feet. It's almost the entire length of my rod. That way I can cast a good distance, and I'll be throwing some streamers here today. This is from my buddy on Instagram, T Story, so thank you for that, my friend. I've got quite a few of his flies that he had been nice enough to send off my way. I've got a couple of his ready to go, and then I've got some from my buddy Greg from Instagram and YouTube. So very, very grateful to have some friends that are helping me in my hunt for a 20-inch fish. So what we're going to do is we're going to be chucking streamers on this small stream, just casting 20 feet, maybe 30 feet out in front, and just jigging and stripping and just seeing what happens here. If for some reason we're not having luck on streamers, we'll switch over to nymphs, but I'd like to see what we can do in this fall bite before the spawn here in this cold October morning. I'd like to see what we can stir up, especially some of these bigger fish before they start to spawn. So anyway, let's get to fishing and see how things go. Right now, with the sun coming up, you can probably see this. I want you to look over here. Do you see me and my shadow up against the wall? You can probably see me waving to it. That's a recipe for disaster. You do not want your shadow on the water. So today, especially as the sun is coming up and my back is to it, I've got to be a little bit more stealthy than usual. So I'm gonna try to make sure that I focus on that, knowing how big of a problem that could be right now. We're coming up on another nice hole, deep spot where we can maybe get a larger fish to maybe come out of it. Some of the difficulty we're running into is because it's such a cold morning here in the 30s, can't really feel my hands. That's never a good thing whenever you're trying to strip streamers, but to anybody that's done it, you get it. You understand the had another hit. If you're a streamer fisherman, you understand the plight of streamer fishing in the winter. There's another hit. I just need one to really clamp down. They're hitting it. They're on it. I got the right fly, but man, can we get one? I mean, just thud, thud. There we go. Got one. Don't know what we got yet. Looks like a wild brown. I didn't get a good hook set, that's for darn sure. So I don't want to have to play this guy very long, so let's get our net. Don't want him thrashing around. There we go. It's like a 12-inch or so fish, nothing huge, but good little brownie. I'm pretty sure he is wild, but I can't swear to that. They do stock in here, but usually I think it's just rainbows. But his gill plate's a little messed up, and I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is he's in the net, and we got to get him off. Nice little fall brownie. Again, gill plate's a little messed up. It appears that, you know, he could be a really good looking holdover, or could be a wild fish. I don't know, but I'm ecstatic to get a streamer bite and, you know that we were able to pick one out. So let's get him back. That fish is gonna haunt me. So we're coming up on the next spot. You know, still lots of time to pick up a very, very large brown, but man, oh man, did I have my shot. I definitely had a shot, there is no doubt. That a big one gave me a look. Just had another look right there by a brownie. Cast a little further up into the run. Oh, that big one. Easily 20 inches. Easily 20 inches. And just had another look at a big one and missed it. That is 0 for 2. 0 for 3. This is incredible. Holy moly. I mean, there is a monstrous fish in this run. I mean, an absolute monster of a fish. I can see one in there right now, so hopefully we can kind of convince him to do something. But he's way up there, and this is not an easy cast. So we're just gonna pitch it as far as we can and see if he moves. Nope, didn't move a muscle, but he's got friends in there. So we're gonna try it again, cast a little further this time on the pitch. Bingo. Oh, we got an 8, but we missed it. Alright, so we had our chance at a big boy and didn't get it. There is usually another nice one in this particular spot, and I think we're just going to do a dry dropper to it. I think though we have too much of a dropper, so we're going to slim this thing down a little bit and try to pick one out of here with a lively legs off of a stimulator. Hey, we got a brownie on a dry. How about that? That makes things interesting. We may not have gotten our 20-inch fish, but hey, we got a brown on the dry. Stimulator at that. Pretty little guy. There he is. Let's get him back. We will take that. Good stuff. All right. So let's get back to our bread and butter. Fishing double nymph rigs on the bottom, trying to catch brown trout. Doing it the same way we've always done. So we're gonna slide up. We got a good riffle up here. Some good broken water. A little bit of depth, good color. There we go. Alright, let's not lose this guy. We've had a tough day today. tough day. We do not want to make it even tougher. There we go. There we go. Gorgeous fish. Gorgeous. Check this guy out. Really, really pretty fish. Not huge, probably 12 inches or so, but... Alrighty, here he goes one last time. His fin's all beat up. Yeah, top fin, just charred, but gorgeous wild fish. What we're using here for this section of stream, and he took the kind of lively legs, I think Baitis nymph. It's got a little bit of a blowtorch element to it, you know, coming out the back, but he took that nymph. It's almost like a hare's ear with just a little bit of like peacock curl up at the top, and then that flashy tail at the bottom. And then below that, what I'm using is my, I guess you could call it like a sexy pink beaded hare's ear. You know, it's got the wrap around it with tinsel, and then it's got you know, the pink bead and a little bit of Coke de Leon. So we finally have a decent fish to our name today. We have really struggled. You know, although we've moved a lot of fish and had a lot of opportunity, we just haven't been able to net one. All right, so we're using this double nymph rig. It's probably got a little bit too much tippet on, but there are some deeper runs here that I want to make sure I get down to, and probably got about 4 feet to my first fly, and the water's only 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep. But you know, again, you can always raise the rod tip a little bit and not fish it, you know, sighter to the line or sighter to the water, which is what I'm doing right now. And the way we got that last fish was just simply, you know, casting the opposite bank, letting it drift down into the water that's got a little bit of color to it, and just kind of letting it slide. So thankfully that yielded a take and got us a nice fish. Another really good spot right here. Hoping we can maybe stick one here in the riffle. There he is. Little guy. Barely even gonna fit in this net, bud. Part of the reason why I got this net was to avoid losing fish, even the small ones, but I guess this little guy snuck through. Let's get this barbless hook out of him. There he is. Little guy. Wow. There you go, bud. That's gonna wrap it up here for Tight Lining Maryland. It was a successful day, but man, the writing was on the wall for, you know, the day of all time. I had many chances at very large fish. Hopefully some of those show up on film, so it doesn't seem like I'm lying, but some log jams really unearthed some big fish today, and I'm excited to give it a shot again another time. So glad we got a few on the board. I appreciate you tuning back in as always, and all the support I've gotten from all of you that you know, faithfully watch. I really do appreciate it. So tight lines the next time you hit the streams, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.